Imagine a business strategy so good that it gets you free advertisements, loyal customers, and only few companies can implement that type of business strategy. Like when I say only few companies can implement that type of business strategy. And that's what we are going to see today in this YouTube video titled How Does WinRAR Make Any Money? So they're basically just giving us, the marketing strategy of WinRAR. So let's get into the video.
WinRAR, the only software in the world that lets you use it for 40 days for free and then forces you to pay. Unless you don't want to, in which case you just click the close button on the pop-up and you're allowed to use the program forever without paying. No strings attached, no restrictions on functionality. This genius strategy of just not letting people pay for your program has made WinRAR $21 million last year, and it might just be the most genius business strategy the world has ever seen. And here's why. Imagine
Hey, did I just hear that right? It made them $21 million last year. Okay.
you have an app that you want people to use and pay $15 for. Let's call it Photobop. But there's a problem. People won't pay to use a program if they don't know they like it, but they also can't use Photobop if they don't pay. So you introduce a free trial for 30 days, and then after the trial ends, they tell them to either have to pay or get out. But what happens if you just let them use the program afterwards anyways? People might start thinking you made an oversight, and they'll keep using the program because they're saving money. They effectively got something for free, and then they'll start telling their friends who will start using your program. And those friends will tell more friends, who will come and use your program and start telling more friends, and this is what WinRAR did. By letting people
So basically, for what I'm understanding here, WinRAR, the company, I don't know the parent company, but the software is called WinRAR. So let's just call both the company and the software WinRAR. So WinRAR, basically, what they're just building here is just a kind of a consumer or customer network system. Uh, but basically, they're building a customer networking system whereby if you use their product and you like it, you advertise it for them to your friend for free, and they'll use it and they'll like it and they'll advertise it to another of their friends. So basically, their customer base is just expanding for free. Why? Because it's free to use. The program itself is free to use. So that's what I'm getting here from this explanation you're saying. And if you think about it, they are like killing two birds with one stone. In the fact that um the first bird they just killed now with this free trial, which is the stone. We're just using it for free, basically, which is just the stone. The first bird they killed is they don't have to pay much money for adverts because people are advertising it for them. If you want to unzip a file, someone will just be like, "Oh my God, just use WinRAR," and I've gotten the file done, and you see how good it is, and they have to advertise it to another person. You may even just put it in your son or daughter's laptop, and as they're growing up, they just keep on using the program from there. So basically, the first bait they killed is advert. They killed adverts because they don't have to pay money for the advert. People just do it for them. Then the second bait that they killed is loyalty, customer loyalty. You understand? In the fact that these customers that are getting for free are just basically going to be loyal to them, completely loyal to them, because where else do they want to get this kind of service that they are getting? Where else? It's only from them. And this program is not something that will just be like, okay, I'm going to find another solution or another alternative to this, because I've used the product and it works very, very fine. Like it works extremely fine. And there will be no other thought of you to go and use another product. I swear. I swear.
people use the software freely forever, it had a really easy time blowing up its user base. And because of its extremely unconventional business practices, it's become known worldwide by its 500 million people user base as that
500
one
million.
program that has an
500 million, they're making like 21 million. It does not really the maths, you understand? Does not really make sense, but let's keep on watching.
Infinite free trial period, a title no other software in the world has. It's almost like WinRAR's soft power and has unintentionally become the first strategy in existence where becoming an internet meme is actually important. Even if the developers didn't intend it, the program's infinite trial period has become a permanent part of internet culture. We've all seen at one point or another jokes around the internet poking fun at WinRAR. Some people are even really proud that they've never paid for WinRAR, as if they won some game of capitalism by outsmarting the system, when in reality, this is what WinRAR actually wants. Speaking of, thanks so much for all the support on the channel lately. It really means a lot, and I want to give something back to you guys. So do you need a job? That sounded a bit weird. But whether you're a UX designer, app developer, freelancer, or just a curious viewer, I want to get to know you guys. Discord channel for us, and want to make this the place to be for front-end professionals. And I'm having talks with people to get excited to get this thing started, so I hope you'll join me. WinRAR's position as a crazy, powerful, free forever tool has given it a monopoly over what it does, being the tool to create and manage archives, along with compressing and decompressing file formats like RAR, which the developers of WinRAR came up with in the first place, zip, and a bunch of other lesser-known ones that people throw around. But make no mistake, this get a monopoly for free strategy only works because WinRAR is so good at what it does. Compression, file packing, and ensuring your data stays intact with checksums like CRC32 and Blake2 are all things it does beautifully, and completely for free. Need to protect sensitive information? WinRAR has you covered with encryption options. Working with large files? It can split them into smaller, more manageable parts. It's a simple yet powerful way to keep your files organized, secure, and easy to share. If WinRAR was a complete garbage program, then this entire strategy would fail because, well, no one would ever want to use it. And because WinRAR is giving itself to people for free, it leverages the psychological effect of reciprocity. When someone does you a favor, you feel just a tad bit more inclined to do a favor back. And if WinRAR is doing you the favor of letting you use it for free, some people will do it the favor of giving it word of mouth, turn it into a meme, or yes, even paying for something that they technically don't need to pay for. But relying on the
I swear, the that 40 days trial, that 40 days trial, window that just pops up when you're using it. At some point, I started the gaslighting started working on me. I was like, if I had the money, I would have paid because it just keeps on popping up, just keeps on popping up, just keeps on popping up, and it was just getting too much. I started feeling guilty. I'm like, maybe I should just pay these people, let them just leave me alone.
The kindness of random strangers isn't going to make you $21 million a year. Not even close. But that's where the misconception comes in. This $21 million a year isn't coming from random strangers, it's coming from random companies. WinRAR, if you take a look at its financial core, is a B2B software which just happens to be used by the average consumer because of the whole infinite free trial thing. But when companies use WinRAR, they're legally obligated to use licensed software to avoid potential issues, whether that be compliance issues, audits, or even legal troubles. For these companies, paying a small fee, typically under $30 per license, is a minor expense compared to the risks of non-compliance or just pure embarrassment. Imagine a company like Amazon or Microsoft getting caught using WinRAR unlicensed. Beyond any fines, it would be a reputational disaster. A billion-dollar company scrimps so much that they're not willing to pay $30 a license for WinRAR? That's actually pathetic. And it's not like WinRAR is charging different prices to consumers or companies either. It's all pretty much the same price range. They even have an affordable
What is this $30 per license? Is it like a monthly subscription or just pay it once? Because if you just pay it once, like how were they able to reach 21 million when most of their users use it basically for free? So except for the big companies, I don't know how. Let's keep on watching. Me, I don't really understand, the mathematics that goes into this 21 million if the price is like $30.
pricing structure that offers volume discounts for bulk purchases, which we all know companies love. And even if they can't leverage the bulk discounts, smaller teams and companies still benefit from the fact that the regular WinRAR pricing structure is just $30 a license with no strings attached. All this means that WinRAR
And again, I want to say it should be like the company using WinRAR. is to use one advantage because the software is already very, very popular and people know how to use it. So if you introduce it to your company, there's no much learning curve to it, like for your employees to do. They just start using it basically because most of them must have gotten acquainted to the software.
WinRAR has pretty much got itself a more or less consistent stream of revenue. Not because it's trying to trick people into buying it, but just because it's the tool, the only tool that most people know to do what it does. Companies get to have it for cheap, consumers get to have it for free, and WinRAR becomes de facto number one. Everyone's happy, everyone wins. But here's where I'm going to have to pop your bubble. WinRAR is not a saint. Just like every other software, it's also employing some sneaky tactics to try to influence you into spending money on it. I know, it's disappointing, but cut them some slack. WinRAR has actually been implementing ads into their services, especially with its mobile app. For years, the only ads WinRAR users encountered were the reminders about its infamous 40-day trial, which never truly expired. But when WinRAR came to Android, the company embraced in-app advertisements. And guess what? They can charge a lot of money for it. Why? Well, because of the fact that they're the number one software in their space. Because of the fact that this was, in part, because it just let people use it for free forever. Advertisers would die to have their hands in this almost legendary program, and so they pay a lot for the space. Users, of course, have the option to disable ads, but there's a catch. They must pay a fee to do so. This dual approach means WinRAR earns from both advertisers and users willing to pay for an ad-free experience. And it's pretty similar to what you see on software everywhere else. But it's not like the program only uses ads. The pop-up reminding you that WinRAR's trial only lasts 40 days after you passed it is itself a tactic called nagware, where the reminder pops up as a gentle reminder that maybe you should consider buying the program. Instead of the harder tactics like just not letting you use the program, soft tactics like these are more accepted by consumers, even though over time they're as much, if not more, effective than hard walls. Some people eventually get annoyed at these pop-ups and pay to make them go away, but others are swooned over by the concept of reciprocity that we talked about earlier. In fact, even for the people that get annoyed by the pop-up, paying for the program still feels less impactful because of the fact that they made the conscious choice to pay and weren't forced into it. All
My first time of using this WinRAR program, the pop-up window that comes up that keeps on reminding you that your 40-day trial is coming to an end, the 40-day trial is coming to an end. Then when it came for the when the end finally came, the app kept on working. It kept on working. Like the program kept on working. I was like, what is happening here? I thought it was a glitch. I was like, thank God this app is experiencing a glitch. Well, at some point, I just kept on using it. Like I just kept on, using it. I forgot about the 40-day trial. Just once it comes up, I just close it. Once it comes up, I just close it. Kept on living life like that. So it's even now discovering that they just, they let you just do that for free. It's part of the game. It's part of the game that you're playing. You're in the system, but you don't know that you're not the player. Yeah.
of this means that WinRAR converts a surprising amount of people into paying customers out of just random acts of generosity. In fact, I even did it in this script back when I said, cut them some slack. And WinRAR's approach and ascent to its position today is a good lesson for businesses and startups as a whole, even if infinite free trial isn't sustainable for everyone.
So guys, this is a wrap for this How Does WinRAR Make Any Money video. Thank you guys for being here. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Please also drop a comment about what you think, please. It's very important to me. Very, very. So thank you very much.